look at you. Look at you. So
That's
this is
our little Your Hero boy.
the Your Hero boy.
From little Miss Kit that's sitting over there watching to make sure nobody's hurting her baby.
So here comes the reading, 7.23.
Okay.
So he weighed about that last night. And so...
Well, he's stable with his weight.
Yeah, this is not scary. I mean, he's active. He's, this is not
I
like...
think he's just going to be one of the small boys.
He is, I think exactly
Or
right.
boy. He's the only boy.
But look at his belly. He's not sunken in, but he's not really full. And we'd like to see
Turn
a
him
nice...
around the other way. Don't let him just hang.
See, look, a little tucked in, right? Little tucked in. But he's nice and active. He's nice and warm. So we're just going to top him up. So what are we doing here? Well, the first thing is, if you're in doubt, put your finger in a puppy's mouth, and that puppy is suckling away. See the suckling going on there? And he's nice and warm and moist. So this is a puppy that's in fine shape. Also, is he dehydrated? Lift up the skin on the back of his neck and let it go. And it sinks down pretty quick. So, yeah, he might be a little dehydrated, but he's certainly not.
Not too much.
No, this is not a puppy that's in trouble, but we want to just...
Anytime a puppy starts to be in trouble, they go down real quick.
That's right. So
James is going to feed him.
warm goat's milk.
And this is a silicone nipple.
0 to 3 months.
And it's not too big. I've been seeing some people doing the little
And it
pet
doesn't
ones that
come
to get it
doesn't come
outwards and
rushing
stuff.
out.
No.
Well,
now that did.
little bit.
Undo the top a little bit.
Yeah. Well, part of the problem is this warm milk in here, and so the airspace above it gets heated up. If I let that pressure off, there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
So
that's
all right. So it's 2 ounces of warm water to 1 tablespoon of powdered goat's milk. It doesn't matter whether you're using Meinberg or Espelac, they're all basically the
And
same
we
thing.
have that in our puppy care kit on mybreedersupply.com.
And this. It's all all the puppy care
Yeah.
kit. All right, so we're just going to get him wrapped up. I'm all right
She's
now.
fine. Yeah. She's
So
into
the first time you give a bottle, they're not going to like it. They don't know what's going on. But once they get the taste of it, so what do? You've got to get his mouth up. See, if you just put it in here, he's just not going to take it. He's just like, nah, I'm not doing that. Whoops, tighten this up a little bit. That's leaking a little bit, isn't it? There we go. Thank you. All right, he's like, nah, I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. But once he gets a taste of it, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put his finger open, stick it in there, and watch him.
Oh, it's dripping out the bottom.
Yeah, I see
out
that.
the nipple.
Yeah, I see that.
There it goes. Okay.
He's getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
Look at him.
What a trooper.
And from here on out, pretty much, when he feels that nipple now, he'll know it's milk coming. He'll be happy to take it. So that first time, it can be a little bit of a challenge. And what he's going to do, it's still leaking a little bit, isn't it? Sorry, I get my hand out of the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
There he goes. So keep the
Show
puppy.
off his little Your Hero marks.
Keep the puppy nice and warm.
Yes.
So, I've got my hand around him. That'll be fine. It's in a nice warm room anyway, but we don't want him getting cold. And what he's going to do is he may stop after a little bit. And if he does, let him. Don't force feed him. And finally, he'll get to the point where he just kind of kicks it outside of his mouth and he's had enough. And his belly should be nice and full at that point. And what you should really be doing is looking at how much milk you've got in here so you can see how much you should be feeding. This had 2 ounces of milk in it. You feed, it's 1/30 of their weight. Well, let's just back that up. If a puppy weighs, in this case, 7 ounces, it'd get 7 cc's. So 7 mils. So whatever it is in ounces, you feed that in mils. But be careful because this puppy has already been feeding off mum. So we don't want to overfill a puppy. We don't want to see any milk coming out of its nose. If we do, we immediately stop and mop that milk up with a paper towel. We don't want, so we're not seeing any of those kind of problems right here. He's doing fine.
Tilting back up this way. No, that way. Towards you. There you
Okay,
go.
gotcha.
There you go.
Right, you got a better picture.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted a picture of me in this. No?
Go away, James. He likes to aggravate. Y'all don't know.
do.
But I'm sure you know.
I'm a prankster.
You've been watching our videos. You know James likes to aggravate.
Yeah.
Tilting him again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. All right, so what?
The other thing is that if this puppy was in big trouble, James wouldn't be messing with the bottle. He'd be tube feeding him.
I'd have him in an incubator.
Yeah.
Make sure he's got
incubator
warmed
and
up.
Tube feeding him.
So that's great points,
You
Tammy.
want to warm them up before you actually put anything warm inside of them. You want to warm the outside of the puppy first and then the inside.
So
When you've got a puppy in trouble.
to explain what Tammy's talking about, which is exactly right about this, is if you've got a puppy that's cold and lethargic, your immediate reaction would be give it some warm milk. But actually, it takes energy to digest the milk. And what you want to do is you want to have that puppy warmed up. So it's time to get an incubator for 20 minutes and get it warmed up. Get yourself a towel in the dryer, get it warmed up. Get you.
Microwave.
Yeah, don't put the puppy in the microwave.
No, the towel. You said the towel in the dryer.
But you want to get this.
Microwave.
Best thing you can have is an incubator. But you want to get this puppy warmed up before you start.
Then order your incubator if you don't have one.
Which we sell those.
Which
Right.
that can be overnight.
Turn around, take a picture of that one on the ground there behind you. That guy right there. That guy right there will keep a puppy going for weeks.
We've got other stickers. We just don't have any
And it doesn't have a
here.
vent in that. It's got to have a vent put in it too. But
Yeah,
just
it doesn't
what
have a vent in it
quickly
yet.
rub together.
We just put that one together real quick. But that's the mybreedersupply.com 580-799-2873. That's that traveling incubator. They'll in the UK, over in Europe, they've got plug-ins that'll fit that.
Yep.
You also have a plug-in for your car.
Yep. So it'll work on 240 volts or 110, and we give you the right
And it's
adapter.
just pennies to run it. So you can
Oh, yeah.
actually plug it in and leave it plugged in for a week.
And that's what we do, and that
Yeah.
one needs to be plugged back in. We're just tidying things up. Okay, so back to this quantities. So look, we're not tube feeding because he doesn't need it, and I've got other videos on that. But the important thing here is whatever that puppy weighs in ounces, it gets that in mils. So a 7-ounce puppy gets 7 mils. There are 28 mils to an ounce. So this puppy is getting something in the order of 1/4 of an ounce. What it's going to be fed is about 1/4 of an ounce. Not a lot of milk. Not a lot of milk. 1/4 of an ounce of milk. And it may take less than that because it already was partially filled up from mum. So some other things here. Obviously, you need to be weighing your puppies every day. If they're gaining
Yes.
gaining half an ounce every day, don't
In
be.
the morning and in the evening.
Yes. If they're gaining a half an ounce over a day, then they don't need any supplemental
No.
milk.
But
This
if
guy.
they're staying stable, you can do this for fun. But if he's losing, then you
Yes.
definitely want to tube
Yes.
feed and put him in the incubator. And
So we have the
and
kids
put
and the
him
grandkids
extra.
come over and they want to feed a puppy.
Yeah.
So that's great, but just make sure that the first few times you do this, that you're monitoring what goes on.
Right.
Because you don't want that puppy to be flooded and have milk come out of
Right.
his nose. The moment it
Paper
floods,
towel.
take that away and then just mop and mop it up and then let him catch
Paper
up.
towel soaks it up so
Yep.
good. I use Bounty.
Look at him. He's
I
just,
just believe in
look at
the-
him go.
yeah.
He's like, where's my nipple?
Let me see his face.
That's a typical boy right there. Where's my nipple?
No. Yeah.
All right, let's give him. So now look at his belly now.
Okay, you're moving around too much. James, be still. Yes, he's got a nice fat belly.
I'm not going to feed him anymore right
No.
now because I'm going to let him go with mum. I just don't
Yeah.
want to. So, about tube feeding and bottle feeding. If you tube feed all the time, a puppy may lose the want to nurse. So be
Right.
careful about that. I've never seen that happen, but apparently it can happen.
Look at his little wrinkles on his nose.
Got a beautiful colour, isn't he? I
Yes.
love this Euro hero look. I think it'll get lighter as time goes
Oh,
on.
yeah.
It
Kit's
looks like
did.
mum. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Kit, I think, was darker around the face, so I'm kind of thinking maybe he's maskless.
Could be. I think you might be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
Which means he's probably got a copy of cream.
today's probably the day we'll do the dew claws because it's day 3, and we'll send that off and see what the DNA says on our
And
babies because some of them are going to carry testable chocolate.
Look at this-
hopefully, knock on wood.
Look at these
They're
little-
all fluffy carriers because Daddy's a full visual fluffy.
So let's talk about that. They are all fluffy carriers. They all carry cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
And probably they're going to be ATAs. This one I would think is going to be. And so this one here probably carries cream. Now, does it carry blue?
Mom
We don't.
and Dad both carry cream.
Right. So because we've got
Dad's loaded.
yes. So will this
He's
dog?
your hero.
This dog it definitely has cocoa. Could have blue. Could have testable chocolate. So that's what we've got to find out. And that's what the dew claws are going to do. And look at his little nails already, little scratchy already. So we're going to do some clipping of nails here probably tonight. You don't want mama's titties getting sore because they're getting scratched up by these.
Oh, and Kit's an excellent mama.
Oh, she's the best. First time mom, but she's
Good mamas are worth their weight in gold. She watches her feet, how she stands, and she tucks them into her, and if one gets where she can't get to it, she's crying for me to come help her. So she's a great mama.
and she's so careful about the way she positions herself, isn't
Oh
she?
yeah, Yeah. She accommodates the babies way her leg positions are.
I'm just giving him a little bit more since we're just giving us a little bit more. Just wrap him up there a little bit. And let's see what he does with his nipple this time. See if he see it.
Cloth rag
See
instead
if
of a paper towel. But
there it is. See that? You don't have to force it now. He knows what that nipple is. He knows it's good stuff coming.
aren't they precious? Yeah, we got 2 girls and this is the little boy.
So on this litter, I'm working on my automatic feeder. And the things that I see on these other feeders that are out there, things that I don't like, I've tried them, things I don't like about them is, number one, the puppies aren't particularly fond of them, so there's a hard time getting them going on. I think some of that is because they're cold. So it has to be a heated system. So I'm gonna come up with a heated system for heated milk with a heated platform the puppies are on, so they wanna be there. And then the other thing that I see on these other systems is they tend to leak milk, and when that happens, or the puppy chews a nipple off, you've got to throw the whole thing away. So this is going to have...
Well, the other thing is they get cold.
Well, that's where the heated floors, they're going to have a whole heated assembly for this. So we'll come up with some prototypes over these next week, and you'll see how that progresses. But we're working on that. We think that there's got to be a better way to let these puppies nurse themselves. Because some of you get into a situation where mum's milk collapses, or mum's got problems, mastitis, eclampsia. You come up with it, it can happen to you. So to have a way that you can feed puppies, they can feed themselves would be nice.
Yeah. This is Bonjour and Kit's litter.
We haven't come up with names yet, have we?
No, we will.
We will, though.
Yeah, I'm not too pressed about it. But anybody that wants information, you can call me and get me on the phone all the time. If I'm talking to other customers, I will call you right back. Phone number is 580-799-1910. I have 2 girls and 1 boy.
So
all fluffy carriers. Some of them will be testable chocolate.
Sorry, I'm interrupting. So another thing that we didn't mention here is if you've got a puppy that's not nursing well or losing weight, you got to check, make sure you don't have a cleft palate. Because a puppy with a cleft palate
well,
is a...
Supposedly you check that when you go to the
I know,
vet.
but I run into these situations where people... So a cleft palate is going to be a hole in the roof of the mouth. And the puppy will not be able to get suction, and so consequently has to be tube fed.
I know that during COVID, the vets don't have you go back to the back with the babies. They take your dog, go have the C-section, bring you out, and you get your babies. Make sure you ask the question, did you check for cleft palates?
I mean, check it.
Check it yourself.
Yeah, check for hernias, where there's an umbilical hernia.
Even if they tell you, yes, we did, you check before you leave.
Check to make sure that the umbilical cords aren't too long. And if they are, when you get home and it's all dried off, cut that umbilical cord back short.
But be careful.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a tie-off on it, if they use a forceps, it won't have a tie-off on it. You may just want to dental floss and tie it off before you cut it. But you don't want to leave long umbilical cords because
Mom will get a hold of it.
Yeah, I'm going to stop this puppy now.
All right.
Let's just have a look again now.
See what his weight is.
Nice fat puppy. Won't be much, but we'll find out. It was 7.23.
Oh.
There we go. 7. So it's had about well, what is that? 7.23, 7.37.
Yeah.
Good. One ounce? No, 0.1 of an ounce. Yes. Yes, which is about 3 cc's, about 3 mils, 4 mils. It's at about 4 mils. It could take 7, but we don't need to push it.
Kids are real small.
Just look at the mouth
female.
here. How to check her palate. I don't know if you'll see this. He's not gonna like this. There.
Your fingers are too big.
Roof of the mouth is totally together. You can have a hair lip where you've got a lip that's split right here. It doesn't go back to the mouth. That is a puppy that can nurse fine.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that.
You know, it doesn't have any of that.
No,
None of these puppies do. I mean, for us, it's a very rare thing to see
I was
cleft
showing
palates.
off Kit because she's like 17, 18 pounds on a heavy day. And she's a little bitty thing, short, cobby, short
show
back.
where the puppies are.
Yeah,
see that
right under the pig rail.
Under the pig rail asleep.
Where the heat is.
Where it's nice and warm.
Yes.
Here you go, Mama. Have your baby back. And the other one's down here under the pig rail.
Yeah.
Nice and warm. Look at this one, big old fat thing. This one weighs about 12 now. 12.4. Yeah. This one does not. So there's see the belly.
Hey, don't let them droop like that.
See the belly on this one here?
Don't let her droop like that.
Yeah. Okay. See the nice big fat belly, and then look at this. Look at this umbilical cord. It's all dried up, so there's nothing that Mum can get hold of.
Be your face. Be still. Look at that beautiful head and face, little smushed in nose. Yes, ma'am. Her pretty like her mama and her daddy.
Okay, there you go. Let's get the other one out real quick. So we'll just leave the other one sleep over here. Oh, come on. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably going to be our Your Hero hide.
Yes, what do we weigh?
Call a mahogany. Oh, you got her leg hanging off.
That's all right. 7.8, 7.9. I mean 8 point. Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry.
Say that again.
9.9. So that's great. That's
Way,
great.
way
That's great.
off.
Yes.
Still, I'm having a hard time keeping up with you.
Sorry.
Yeah, this white on top of her nose is probably going to go away. That little split of white right there is going to go away.
Yeah.
But it always makes their long nose look long when
So
they've got a blaze.
show the your hero.
Anyway, well, I have to, because you just gab on. But anyway, look at her little flat nose and face, and there's her little. What makes me think she's a Your Hero hide is
guarantee
because
she
she's
is.
got that cream.
So if you look at Euroheroes, they have lightened color on their cheeks and then they're light underneath. Of course, this dog doesn't show the light underneath because she's white, because she's a pied, so it covers that up. So, and also on pieds, you don't want extreme pieds. You want color on the head, and guess what? This puppy's got perfect coloring on its head.
She's got a whole hood.
Both ears and eyes are all colored, and if not, you can have problems with poor hearing, right? But you know, if you just had one little patch right here and the rest of it was white, then you'd be worried about extreme pied. Okay, Mom, I'll get your baby back to you.
Okay, Kit says you're talking too much too.
There you
So
go,
there.
Kit. There you go. There's your baby. There she is. There she is. Okay, now you're happy. All right. So what else we got to add to all that? That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we put the sides around that to keep the babies from coming out.
Tammy was just mentioning we've got some cardboard in here. Why do we have that? It's because this cage is a large cage, and these openings are a little wide, and a puppy can get a head stuck or even
Get a smaller size, they're a little bit smaller.
Yes. So, but this piece of cardboard just fixes that completely. So it's easy. Just take the box it came in, cut yourself a strip, put it all the way around.
Talking all the time, isn't it?
That's it. All right. Bye, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.